I use a Buddhist parable of two arrows, and I extend it by one more arrow as a way to respond to situations. Now, the first arrow could be somebody criticizing me, somebody insulting me, somebody cutting me off on the road, which then brings out an emotion if I am not aware. And that's the second arrow coming in and rankling me to rise that emotion of fear, anger, whatever it is that then I get dragged into that situation on autopilot. Then there's a third arrow, which if I stay in that emotion for a little bit, I get into a mood. And that mood can then inform me for the rest of the day, where I can get triggered very easily as I'm sitting in a bad mood. So how do I stop the second arrow from coming in? And that's my inquiry. The way I do it is through the practice of mindfulness, if I can take a deep breath, if I become aware to take a deep breath before the second arrow comes in, to catch it, yes, and then I can respond by gaining a little bit of space. I can see, okay, this is where this insult is coming from, this is who's talking to me, this car just cut me off, but I really have no way of doing anything about it except to manage my own emotion through the process. So if I learn to manage my own emotion by catching that second arrow, I can be much more skillful in responding to a situation, and all it takes is a few seconds. So if I say to myself as I'm hearing something, as something happens, just to take a deep breath and say, observe, how long does that take? Let's see, take a deep breath, 3 seconds, and say, observe, 2 more seconds. If I can stop myself from getting dragged into my emotion through the second arrow, by a pause for 5 seconds, I gain that little bit of space to respond rather than react to the situation. And how do I build that mental muscle, the breath muscle? A daily meditation practice helps me to become aware of the breath at the heat of the moment. So it takes a bit of work, it takes a bit of practice, and I invite you to try it out and see what happens.